You must travel. You must travel. And you must travel if you don't have enough money to travel right now. So a lot of you are saying, I can't afford a trip. You must travel. A lot of you are saying, I can't get the time. You must travel. And a lot of you are saying, I have kids at home. I have too many responsibilities. I have family and friends that I take care of. You must travel. And I'm going to explain why. If you want more money, if you want more time in your life, and if you want more support, a bigger team and more helpers, you must travel. So the reasons you're telling me that you can't travel, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough support, watch my kids, take care of my job, all my responsibilities, these are actually the reasons that you must travel. Are you getting this? And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. When you leave, things will change. So right now you're doing the same thing. You want a life change, right? Most of us want to expand, grow, change our lives, but we're caught in these patterns. And even when we think that we're actually making these grand changes, we really think that we are. We think that we're growing. We actually grow in the same looped patterns as well. We're trying. It's not your fault. We get stuck in this, and it's because of the way that we were taught and born and raised. So in order to get out of these patterns, we have to make some big changes. But to make some big changes, you have to get into a new atmosphere, a new place. And here's why. People treat you the way you've taught them to treat you and in the role that you've become for them, right? Your mom to some people, even in your friendships, right? You're that friend that's the helper friend. So you might be that friend that everyone goes to for advice, right? You might all be that friend that people go when they want to party, right? I have those friends in my life. I have a friend I go to for help. I have a friend I go to when I want to party. I have a friend I go to when I want to cook, right? You have patterns with your friends. So those are really hard to break. They expect you to be that girl. They might expect you to be that really grounded girl that gives them the hard advice, and they won't tell you when they go back to their ex-boyfriend because they know that you're the one that yells at them, right? Or you might be the friend that lets them get away with stuff, and so they go to you when they need that nurturing friend, okay? We have our roles, and as soon as you get with that group, it's group think, it's group role, and you become that role. And it's hard to break out of that. It takes a big shift, and it takes going away. And here's what's going to happen when you go away, okay? I want to tell you a little story. The first time that I broke away from everything. I did travel when I was in college. I went to Europe and I traveled. And that was a breakaway. But the first time I broke away in my adult life was actually over a Christmas, New Year's. And I just said, I can't take it anymore. And I went to Puerto Rico on an all-inclusive during the craziest time of year. But it broke every pattern. It broke every pattern in my life. At that time, I was waitressing. I was waiting tables. I was stuck in this tiny, tiny, tiny apartment, barely in a room. And I had to get away to see a way out. So you know what? I put it on the card. I put it on the credit card. You should travel even if you don't have enough money, even if you don't have enough time, even if you don't have enough help to cover you at home. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. First of all, you can put it on a card. It is worth it because it pays the money back. It pays back because you are going to get that creative idea that you cannot get in your current patterns. You want to, but you have to think of how to get through today, right? Just today, you have to think through, what do I need to get through managing my house today, to get through managing my job today? By the time you get home and try to think of how you're going to have your great big idea, well, it's not going to come to you like that. It's also not going to come to you like that because you're not stimulated by a new thought. You're in your same patterns with your friends. You're in your same day-to-day routine, and you can only work in creativity in that system. And you can have creativity in that system, but it's not the kind of crazy, mind-blowing idea that's going to come to you when you walk away from everything that you know. And I particularly advise you to go to a place where they don't speak your language, where you're confused, where it's not easy to navigate. Does that sound crazy? I'm telling you to go somewhere where you're confused, where you're lost, where it's not easy to navigate. Somewhere where the systems are very, very different from your normal and everyday life. You're going to feel scared. And like I mentioned in my fear and love talk the other day, and if you didn't see it, I'm going to talk so much more and more about this as I continue to give talks. When your mind is really afraid, it goes into this beautiful panic mode where it actually creates solutions from a deep creativity you would never find in your everyday life. So I promise you, you can put that chip on your card and it's going to pay back, because that's the moment that you're going to have that big idea, that new breakthrough to go out in a new job, to create that product that's going to solve that problem that everyone's looking for, or to revamp your life to make more and more money moving forward. So that's how you're going to find more money, by actually traveling. Second reason people say that they can't travel, they don't have enough time, right? They don't have enough time to travel. Wrong. You can always make time for travel. You just have to separate that out in your life. You feel that you don't have enough time because what? You have to manage so many tasks. Well, here's what's going to happen when you go away. When you go away, you're not going to do those tasks. And you're going to realize one of two things. Either they really weren't important to begin with, and you've been doing tasks that you don't need to do, or someone else can actually handle them. Yes, you think you're the only one that can handle them. You're afraid to delegate, but you know what? People need to rise and step up for you, and they want to. People really want to step up for you, but you have to give them the chance. So these things that you think you need to do on your own, you don't. They will get done when you travel. You'll realize the team that you have around you and the support system that you have around you. And that's for you moms. Your partners are going to step up for you in ways that you don't know. That's for you business owners. Your team is going to step up for you. People are going to learn to step up for you. So you're going to have enough support. 2, you're going to have enough time, because you're going to realize the tasks that you're doing that you don't need to do. And that's going to free up a lot of time in your life moving forward. And you're going to break those patterns of who you are in every situation and open yourself up to more possibilities, more creativity, and to having more money, freedom, and better relationships in your life, because people are going to appreciate that you're the fuller you. So I hope this was helpful for some really strong reasons why you should travel. And why you should travel today, even though you think you don't have enough. Because life actually works the opposite. It works the opposite. If you wait until you have enough, it doesn't work like that. Those opportunities don't come. You have to step into the place where you say, once I step out here, the solutions are going to be created for me. The solutions are going to come to me, and people are going to step up for me. So I do have a trip coming up. I am going to plug it. I am taking us to Iceland. I picked Iceland specifically because it meets all the guidelines for what I want it to do for you. It also is going to expand you as far as putting you in a space that's very expansive, and that's going to break your insides open, break your heart open, and have you tapping into some spirit guides and some nature. And that is going to be really big for your growth. So please go to landyoga.com where you can see all the details on the trip, landyoga.com. Thank you for tuning in. If you like the things I talk about, please tweet about it. Please comment about it. Please share with your friends how to follow me on Instagram at LandYogaNYC and ask to get on my mailing list. I have some really big things coming for you in the way of digital content in the next 6 months that are really going to be expansive and mind-blowing.